Hey y'all, it's your girly Cal. Hope you're all surviving well during this COVID quarantine period. I'm here to bring you another video because even though we're still stuck inside, or some of us who are essential workers out doing that great work, thank you so much for that. We're still dating, right? We're still online meeting people, or maybe, there's someone at work you like, or you went jogging and you met somebody, but we're all trapped inside. So now what do we do? I'm gonna give you four date ideas for you during this pandemic time. Okay, so the first idea seems very simple, but probably some people haven't thought about that because it normally gets a bad rep. So Netflix and chill. So when I say Netflix and chill, I'm not saying go over there and make popcorn and get busy. Remember, it's dangerous out there right now. Other times, cool, just not right now. What I'm saying is literally talk to this person you are talking to and say, hey, what kind of shows do you like? What kind of movies do you like? Pick a movie or a show together and literally call them on the phone. This is what I do with one of my best friends. Press play at the same time and watch a show. Like the play part may take some coordination, like we'll figure it out. And Netflix actually does have an option called a watch party. You can go online and figure out how to do that, but pretty much they have it so that you and the person are linked in this little box together and you're watching together. But I don't know them like that, so I'm not trying to have them in my Netflix box anyway, but Netflix and chill. So the reason I suggest this is because you get to learn what kind of shows are into, and if you're dating for the purpose of a relationship, you'll know what shows y'all gonna watch. So what I suggest is 1 week or whatever often you decide, you pick the show, then let them pick a show or movie, whatever the case is. And y'all can talk. Like, don't just be on the phone just in silence. Like, talk. Like, if it's funny, laugh together. Oh, did you see that? Oh, like, what about this? Da, 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 whatever. Like, talk, have conversation, really get to know each other. I wouldn't really recommend choosing something that's very serious that you have to pay a bunch of attention to. But if you just like that sort of thing, then maybe just write your stuff down, like on a paper or in a note in your phone. And then when the movie or show episode's done, then you have like a little discussion group after. Bing bam. Whew. So the second thing you can do is have a romantic dinner together. How, you might ask? It's dangerous. You just told me not to go outside. I didn't say go outside, okay? So what you could do is download Zoom or another video app. I tried Zoom today. I attended a virtual baby shower and it was pretty cool. There's lots of fun little features like a whiteboard you can draw, you can change your background. Zoom is pretty dope. I'll definitely use it again. So download something like Zoom and like tell them to take you out to dinner so they can go and they can send you some Swiss chalet, they can send you some pizza or whatever. Or if y'all don't want to do that, you can make dinner and have it together. Personally, I think somebody needs to be sending me the dinner. That's what I'm saying. But whatever you decide. So get on a Zoom call together and have dinner and conversation. Great way to get to know each other. If they sent you something, you can see what kind of taste in cuisine they have. They can ask you what you want and they can know what to expect moving forward. And there you go, a simple way to make a beautiful dinner time together. So the third quarantine date you can do actually does involve going outside. So what this is a walk. It can be in a trail, a park-like area, just a street, whatever. But do ensure that you stay 2 meters or 6 feet apart, just like the instructions have been saying in the media, on the news. Do that. So this is a great option if you're somebody who prefers to see somebody in person, and maybe you're already an essential worker, so you're already outside, or you're quarantining just on your own or with a very small set of people who have generally been staying inside. I feel like that is a bit okay. Just make sure, again, to social distance. And yeah, you get to see them in real life. If this is someone that you've been dating online, you get to decide if they live up to their photos or not. You can also decide this with the Zoom option too. You get to see what they look like in video. And video is pretty unforgiving. So, whether you want to do the video or actually do the walk, those are options where you get to see them, right? So yeah, go out on a walk. The last suggestion I have for you is the drive-through, or something better if you are a little more on the fancy and elegant side. So this option works if, again, you're somebody who's going out like an essential worker, and maybe this person is too, but either way, if you are an essential worker and you're talking to someone who is not, you need to let them know that you are in a position where you are going outside, and they need to obviously know the risk involved and decide if they want to do that. But, you know, or maybe you're in a situation where you were talking pretty regularly, then we, you know, went into quarantine. So maybe there's someone quarantining on their own or with family, like I had said before, and you understand the risks, right? So you feel comfortable going out, make sure to, you know, take your mask, you know, do the protective measures. But this one's in the drive-through. You've already met, and I'm not going to say anything about the risk level because I'm not a scientist. This is if someone, you know, is really worth it, you really think this is a good idea, and you are trusting their level, I guess, of health and commitment to social distancing. So maybe you're both people who live on their own. You're getting into your cars, you're going to this drive-through, and this is what you can do. You can either both stay in your cars and, you know, eat separately, you know, roll down that little window and chit chat, you know, 2 meters apart. Or if you're feeling really trusty that day, they can pick you up, you can get into the car with them, and you can go to the drive-through. And again, as I mentioned, for the fancy ones out there, you can just go on the apps, get something and pick the pickup option, get the food, and yeah, just have yourselves a little car meal, which is, I think, the closest kind of dating thing we can do right now if you want that option. And it'll feel like the olden days. So because I made these suggestions, I do feel like I have to talk a bit about safety. So this is either if you are an essential worker, you maybe met someone at work and you feel comfortable doing these things, or you're someone who is dating online, such as I am, and you find someone that you like. This should be somebody that you've spoken to a couple times on the apps, not someone you just met on one random day and just are gonna go out with them so quickly. I think that's a little reckless during these times. So if you do decide to do this, make sure it's someone you've built a bit of a rapport with and you have a bit of trust where you feel like they're handling things properly. Always be aware and try your best to stay safe. Me personally, you know, there's someone I'm considering maybe doing one of these things with, and this is a person that I've been talking to for a bit. So the way I do it online is I need someone who's patient because I'm not trying to rush into anything. So if somebody is asking for my contact info, like within the first conversation, for me that's an immediate no, because no, like I have to decide, like, if you're even showing interest within this app, enough interest for me to want to give you like social media or a phone number to take the conversation further. So if you have stood that test of patience, we've been having good conversation, and I like where it's going, then yeah, we can do one of these things. But please, please, it's dangerous out there. It's risky. Do not be going out here with random people that you haven't been speaking to for a long time. I know it's very tempting. I know we're lonely. I know we're horny. I know. But, you know, if you feel like you're gonna make a bad decision, maybe, you know, take care of that urge on your own first before you set any of this up. But that's just something to think about if you're somebody who is single and wants to be dating during this pandemic. But yeah, pretty much I feel that all the dudes right now are just very horny. Their hands hurt from porn and they want the real thing. But no, girl, no. You make them work for it, okay? Like, make his lazy ass do something. Don't just be throwing it away, okay? So those are the dating suggestions. Go ahead and try them out if you're in the mood to, you know, explore love possibilities for sure. Just again, keep in mind your safety comes first. So if you're talking to someone and they seem a little bit resistant about these simple ideas, I'd say that is a major red flag, because you're showing them that you are willing to meet with them and talk with them, but obviously there's a pandemic going on, so you want to put your health and their health into consideration. So if they don't want to do these simple things, I would write it off. Whether you are trying to be in a long-term relationship or you're just trying to get like a little sex buddy, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, you deserve to be treated with respect. So if this person can't even, indulge you in one of these, then I think you should move on. So happy dating, my loves. Please be careful out there and let me know how it goes.